What is up, Sooner Nation? Happy 4th of July to everyone out there watching this video. Thank you so much for being a viewer of the Sooner Surge YouTube channel. We really appreciate you and all that you do to like, comment, and help spread the word of this channel. The USA softball team, Hunter, is in Japan right now, and that is also where NiJaree Canady is. There's been a lot of talk about NiJaree Canady. Is she going to be a Sooner or not? First, they're in Japan playing softball. And by the way, Kelly Maxwell, former Sooner, pitched a great game in the first game as they lost, though, 1-0 to Japan. She had 11 strikeouts, only allowed 2 hits. But it's hard to follow what's going on in Japan. There's no streaming services here that are playing that. But Kelly Maxwell pitched a great game. As for NiJaree Canady, well, I know for one, Hunter, I thought maybe a decision would be made before she went to Japan. Obviously, it wasn't. She is now in Japan with Team USA, and highly, highly doubtful that she's going to make a decision and take away from what's going on there. So at earliest, their last game there is July 8th. At earliest, you're looking at sometime next week. So just overall thoughts, Hunter, on NiJaree Canady. I have some thoughts as to where I'm still leaning and thinking she's going to go, but it's been very hush-hush, very quiet, and it should be. She's got to make the decision for herself.
Yeah, and I don't think even once she returns from the Team USA at Team Japan 3-game set in Japan that there's going to be any sort of a rush decision there. I mean, you're looking at school doesn't start at Oklahoma, it doesn't start till mid-August. There's no sort of rush. She still has, by the time she gets back, over a month to make a decision between really any school that it could be, particularly OU, Florida, Texas. I think to name a few, it could be even a few other schools, but you look Florida, Tim Walton's coaching Team USA, Patty Gasso, Sooners. There's so many Sooners on this Team USA team as well. Maybe that's something. Kinsey Hansen going to be joining the staff as a catcher for Team USA. But Canady pitched 3 days ago, June 30th, against Great Britain in a dominant win, 11-0. So I would imagine she gets at least one game in Japan. But again, Team USA, I don't know what it is about Team Japan. They've struggled against them over the last few years, even though Team USA is the number 1 ranked team in the world. But 5 hits this morning and unable to play any runs, including 2 doubles. Just all around bad game. But Kelly Maxwell, as you mentioned, had just a gem of a performance. Really lost because of a fielding error.
It'll be interesting to see how Canady does in her outing when she pitches. Back to decisions for NiJaree Canady. In my opinion, you talked about the Tim Walton connection, that he's coaching Team USA. Yes, Hansen is there along with other former Sooner players, and Hansen is going to be on the staff. I think that's a big deal. But kind of what's been on the videos that you've seen a lot of, and you've probably seen on social media, are the facilities at the University of Oklahoma. Of course, SEC Welcome Day was July 1st. Patty Gasso was, on some clips and talking with Paul Feinbaum and others. But really, to highlight what is happening at the University of Oklahoma facility-wise, I mean, it is very safe to say, Hunter, that there's no other university out there that will have the facilities that this team has. And I'm not just talking about facilities to train in. We're talking about comfort for the players. Just it goes a long way. And again, is that what means the most? Probably not. But it is an extra incentive. It's extra amenities that other programs don't have. I think you have to talk about that. You did mention really the 3 teams that everyone seems to say is in the lead for NiJaree Canady. And if it is those 3, and I'm not saying there's not others, there could be. It's been so quiet, but you have to think that those 3 are very much in play. Florida has done great out of the portal. Florida returned some. I mean, they have a great SEC Player of the Year in Erickson, former Sooner. And, of course, OU is OU, and then Texas is also returning a lot. So those 3 seem to make sense. I do think it's going to hinge, though, on if she wants to join a 4-time national championship team and program and try to lead them to a 5th, or if she's going to want to be the team leading the team that takes down that dynasty. I think that could be what it hinges on.
Yeah, you mentioned the facilities. The video that Tiara Jennings did with SEC Now was just unbelievable on what they have. A full, I mean, they seat 20 plus people at the table. The entire team and coaching staff all sit there. 4 TVs on the wall, giant living room that Tiara said is kind of an area for them to kind of put softball to the side and be together as a team. And then the recovery that they showed as well, the massage chairs, all of that. It's impressive what they were able to do at Loves Field. It's not just the largest on-campus college softball stadium. It also is hands down the best facilities alongside of that. And Oklahoma already had very nice stuff at Marita Hines, but just took it to a whole nother level at Loves Field, as you mentioned. But yeah, it's there's I mean, you look at Florida, Rothrock is returning, a stud pitcher. Texas, Tegan Cavan as well returning. So that's another thing is look at how much Canady had to pitch at Stanford. And I think the same could be said about Oklahoma with Kirsten Deal, Peyton Monticelli, even Audrey Lowry, Isabella Smith as well. Like it's not going to be, if she were to go to Oklahoma, where she is going to have to be the ace that is pitching every single day. I don't imagine a world in which that's the case. I think if she needs some rest, she would be able to get it easily. But you look at Stanford the last 2 years, without NiJaree Canady, they don't get to Oklahoma City. And when they got to Oklahoma City, they're relying on her the entire time to the point where she got injured against Oklahoma State on a pitch and follow through, and really had to fight through that after. I mean, at that point last year, it was only, I think, game 2 in Oklahoma City, and she already had more innings pitched and total pitches than she had the entire postseason a year ago. They were relying on her even more. So maybe that's another thing that she is considering, on not having to be the workhorse and having to pitch basically every inning.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit here. I think I'd be foolish to sit here and say I know where NiJaree Canady is going to go. That's foolishness. I've already been wrong in the timetable when I thought maybe a decision would be made. But sometime in the next 10, 20, 30 days, the decision will be made, and we'll know where NiJaree Canady is going to play next year. I do think that the 3 following things lend OU a good chance, and it's something you just mentioned. It's the family aspect of it, and even with the facilities, family, and future is kind of what I think is key for OU. The table that seats them all, I thought that was so cool. That is highlighting how much family matters to this team. I think NiJaree Canady obviously would love that. And then future after softball, just how Patty Gasso has raised women and just empowered women to be who they are has been great. So that bodes well too. But we'll find out sooner rather than later, pun intended. If you have not checked out the Fan Stop, I'm actually sporting my 4-peat National Championship officially licensed gear. You don't want to miss it if you're a softball fan. Get on board, get on the Fan Stop. You can see the links in the description and check out the National Champion officially licensed gear for OU softball. Thanks for watching this video and the content, as always, at the Sooners Search. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.